Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of HLwow.
HLwow. Vintage.
Wow.
Vintage
Wow.
Vintage
Why is
wow.
it vintage wow?
Well, it's vintage wow because we have the young official advanced Dungeons and Dragons from the 1980s. This is second edition.
Yep.
And we're going to be making a character today. We kind of breezed through a little bit, not really that much.
A little bit.
Just so the video will go quicker.
Yep.
But
we don't know what we're doing.
we really don't know what we're doing.
If you notice I'm kind of tired, it's because we've been working on specifically this one character, trying to figure out what the fuck any of this means.
What the spells are and everything like that. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
So pretty much a little bit story about me. My very first campaign ever was 5th edition. I've been a 5th edition player. I've mainly been playing 5th edition, and I played a lot of 3.5 Pathfinder 5th edition. I've never actually played 2nd edition before, and we're gonna make a character, and then Kyle's gonna be the DM, and we're gonna kind of have like a one-off campaign with this character. And if you guys like it, maybe we might do a little bit more of the 1v1s, or not 1v1s, but one session characters, whatever. And my very first character I've ever made with 5th edition was a wizard. So I thought if we're going to go back to the roots, back to when D&D really first started, I'm going to want to play a wizard. And when we were looking at these spells, not going to lie, they're complicated.
A little bit
complicated. One of the major things that I was starting to freak out is
no cantrips. Right?
No cantrips. So you just can't spam spells in this, and no concentration. So it's a little bit weird. Magic works a lot differently in this than 5th Ed and 3.5 and Pathfinder, all of them.
Yep.
It's very subjective with the DM and the magic user because there's a lot of special cases where, like, for example,
literally just means I get to determine.
Exactly. So there's spells like Find Familiar, which lasts between multiple rounds. Well, it says in the duration it's special.
Nobody knows what that means.
No one really knows.
Literally,
we looked up the time frames, and pretty much it's at the DM discretion. So then you have to really kind of communicate with the DM and the magic user. So it makes it a little bit more personal, which I actually kind of like a little bit.
Yeah.
And the one thing I think that concentration is really good to have with spellcasting, but it kind of limits you in doing what you want to do. So I kind of actually like the no concentration. And another thing is none of the spells really are rolls.
Of course, you would like the no concentration.
I would.
Well, we don't know that like fire. We don't know like what is because we only look at magic missile.
Spells.
Magic missile never has a roll hit, so we don't really.
know the higher level spells. We just did the level 1 spells. But if you guys wanted to know, my character's name is going to be Natsu. My race is gonna be human, and
because it's the easiest.
Because the human race is the easiest. Now, why is the human race the easiest?
Because they can't multiclass, but they have no limitations on how many levels they can go into a class, and they have no limitations on their stats in general. Like some have to have minimum, some have to have maximum, and then some get a +1 and then a -2 in some areas.
So basically like the jack of all trades kind of class, and there's no multi-classing, so we're going to keep it simple. Going to play human. The class I'm going to choose is wizard, obviously. We're going to start at level 1. And we rolled my stats beforehand.
So why don't you tell us about these stats?
So we just wanted to save time a little bit. Just so, so I have a 10 in strength, a 12 in dex, a 15 in con, a 17 in intelligence, a 14 in wisdom, and a 14 in charisma.
So essentially, the only real bonus he gets outside of obviously his intelligence is his con, which will give him a +1 to his HP.
All right, so we're gonna roll for my HP right now,
which is a solid D4. No mins on this one either.
No mins. I rolled 2d4, right?
No, 1d4.
Just 1d4?
1d4.
Seriously?
1d4.
Oh my god, feels bad, man.
No max on first level. Oh, you
yeah, buddy. That young. Look at that, guys.
Oh, beautiful.
That
literally cannot see anything.
4 right there.
Oh, beautiful 4.
4.
5 hit points.
So 5 hit points. Since I have a 15 in con, I get an increase of +1. So we have that young 5, that maximum hit point. My armor class is also 8, if you guys didn't know. And that is very interesting.
So wait, no. Real quick. We need to determine your starting money. So go ahead and roll. As a magic user, you roll 2d4. So you get 20 gold.
All right, 20 gold.
Okay. And so if you wanted to buy that leather armor, it's going to be 5 gold.
Okay, well, I will.
Okay, so
I
buy
have 15.
Yep. And then if you wanted to buy the quarterstaff or the wand, gonna go with a solid 5 GP. Because I can't fucking find it.
Okay, so I'll have 5 gold left. So I'll have 10 gold left so
10
far.
gold, yep.
And what's the damage on that?
The damage on that's
D6?
D6.
Okay.
And you don't get any plus to hit.
Well, that was the same as with the wand. But the wands in this are special, apparently. There's like a lot of spells within them, so you could just keep spamming it over and over and over again without having anything.
Essentially
it's like the cantrips, essentially.
Right, better class with money.
I'm pretty much just going to have the extra 10.
Okay, so then let's do the, what's next, the spells?
Well, first, I bought the leather armor. So that brings me up to 8 AC. Now, explain how AC works in this game. It's very, very different from 5th Ed and anything else.
The system's called THACO, which basically means 2-hit armor class 0. So essentially, on a 20-sided die, if he has an 8 AC, that means that... All right, so basically, if he has an 8 AC and you're fighting a level 1 monster, they have to roll a 12 or higher.
There you go. And the lower it is, the higher it goes.
Exactly. So
if I had 0 AC...
If you had a 0 AC on a level 1, they would have to crit 20.
There you go. See?
Well, modifiers, of course.
Yes, but essentially how armor class works in this game is the lower AC you are, the better off.
The harder it's going to be to hit.
But in 5th Ed, it's the higher you are,
it's going to be really weird because not only am I going to have to know like the level of the monster that's hitting you, but I'm also going to have to constantly be asking you for your AC. Whereas in 5th edition, I think it kind of eases it out.
It's a lot easier.
Because literally it's just a modifier. You just need to know their modifier.
And another thing is with spells, they just auto hit, which is kind of, well, at least it's level 1s. So there's no actual, like, they'll tell you if there's a saving throw or it just kind of hits you.
Oh, no. That's with paladins, bards, rangers, and fighters. For a magic user, if you have an 8, they only have to roll a...
So it's special just for magic users?
For magic users.
Damn it, Tyler. Why you have to look into this?
It's going to be a 13 to hit you. So it's not too much different, but literally it gets easier and easier every level. Significantly more.
I mean, I'm a magic user. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I could just wish him away or whatever. If that spell even exists in this game. All right, so...
It actually does.
The next thing is, because I have an int of 17, I get to choose up to 14 spells. It's kind of a little janky, but it's a little bit different. So I roll all my spells here. Now with the spells with wizard, do I cut this? Just stop.
No, just go through the spells.
So with the spell with wizards is you have 14 spells because I have an int of 17, and you have only a chance, a 75% chance I have to roll every time to see if I actually can learn it or not. And then I get to only choose 8 of those to put in my spell.
No. You roll until you can actually, if you roll really well, you can learn. Okay, so it's not that you learn the spells. You can eventually learn the spells if I give you the scroll.
Correct.
So potentially you could add into your potential memory all those spells if you do well.
Yeah.
That's why you only selected up to maximum of your...
But the minimum I have to have is 8.
Exactly.
That's the minimum.
So if he doesn't roll, he gets to pick new spells and retry. So essentially with the 17, you have a 75% chance. So you're going to roll a d4, and then 1, 2, and 3, you'll learn it. 4, you will not. You'll have the potential for learning it, and 4, you will not.
Exactly.
So go ahead and start rolling.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to go with my first spell is Charm Person. So we're going to roll d4 and hope for the best. Please don't roll 4 because I really want to learn this one. Fucking damn it! No!
What did we just say,
That young 4. Damn it.
All right, so just don't mark anything. Just check if you can learn it. That way we can go through the list.
Damn it! That was one of the ones I was on.
Why'd you have to say it? Just be like, I don't care about this one.
All right, so the next one is Enlarge.
Of course, you can learn that one.
Yay. Find Familiar. That's also a really good one, too, so...
Find Familiar.
Okay, I can learn that one. I was going to roll 4.
Magic Missile. You've got to learn this one.
I got it. Come on, Lady Luck.
Yeah, there you go. If you didn't learn Magic Missile, I would literally just be like, you lose.
Shield of Waif. All right, we
you
can
got
learn that.
You got
nice.
the shield.
Nice. We're doing actually pretty good so far. Shocking Grasp. Nice.
Good to go.
Nice. We're good to go.
So you got 3 more.
Sleep. Okay, I can't learn that one. Friends. Can't learn that one.
Can't learn Friends.
Push.
You can learn
we
Push.
Can learn that one.
So what are you at now? 6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes.
All right, so Burning Hands. Really nice one.
Can learn that one. Very nice, very nice. Jump.
Jump.
Nice, can learn that one. Netzel's Magical Aura. That's a cool sounding one.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, can learn that.
Yep.
Erase. That's a cool one because it deals with your mind. But I can't learn it.
Why do you say these things?
I know, right? Every time I'm like, this is cool.
Teresa's floating
can't learn
disc.
that. And Tensor's Floating Disc. We can learn that one.
Yeah,
the
there you
Yoda
go.
spell. All right, so we have up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. So I did go above average. So 10 spells I can learn.
Can't relearn any. You can't retry on any of them because you did get over 8. So there you go. Those are your spells that you can learn.
So the final verdict is I can learn Enlarge, Find Familiar, Magic Missile, thank God, Shield, Shocking Grasp, Push, Burning Hands, Jump, Nitzel's Magical Aura, and Tensor's Floating Disc are the spells that I can learn. Potentially, because he needs to give me the scrolls.
Yeah, so he actually doesn't have, he has a spell book, but it technically doesn't have anything in it. And so we got your spells, we got your health, we got your class, we got your race.
Got it.
We got your armor, weapons. What else do we need to do for you? Let me take a look real quick.
No problem.
All right. So that's good. We need to get your base movement speed, which is going to be 30 feet for a human.
Hopefully.
Oh, yeah. And run is
the base rate.
Yeah, base is going to be 30. And then literally, if you wanted to do the math on the rest of them, you can. But it's just going to be ×2 was going to be run and stuff like that.
Exactly. Another thing with the wizard is once I do get access to the spells, when he does give me some of the scrolls, which I assume is going to be in the magic school and stuff like that, I can only cast one of them.
Correct.
I can only cast one since I'm a level 1 wizard. And how that works is once I cast a spell, I forget it.
So he has to
relearn it.
Basically go back to his spell book next time he takes a rest. That way, I mean, it just really defines your spell book, your spell slots.
It's very, very important. Preparing spells in like 5th ed and 3.5 and in Pathfinder is important, but it's just always there. Whereas this one, you're legitimately losing the spell. You forget how to do it. That's why it actually makes the spell book a lot more important, because if you don't have those things written in your spell book, you can't cast it until you find another scroll.
It's very dependent on your having a nice DM, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's a really cool thing where they're really trying to increase magic and the
DM.
The DM.
Right.
That's really cool. So.
Yep. All right. So that's where we're going to.
I think that really concludes the character.
That pretty much concludes. If we missed anything, we're actually going to record the one-off real quick right now.
Mm-hmm, of course.
So we're going to do a little bit of combat, do a little bit of role-playing on this thing, and then...
we're going to go from there?
Yeah, go from there. All right.
All right. Okay.
So,
see you guys later.
See you guys in a minute.
See you guys.